Welcome back, I'm back. And so is Siren. Hi. So yeah, I'm back from vacation and getting right into some PSPlus freebies. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was unable to download all of them before airtime. I'm at 88% complete on WWE 2K24. There is a small chunk of it that, you can play now and then the rest gets downloaded later. So we'll at least be able to take a little bit of a look at it. I'll probably end up playing a little bit more after the stream just to get some footage for this week's freeDive short on YouTube. But yeah, so the WWE 2K24 download was 90 gigabytes. Dead Space was somewhere around 40, and then Doki Doki Literature Club Plus was less than 2. I'm actually pretty proud of how that turned out. No, kitty, it's my pie. Hello, Red. Hello, Infamous. I don't really know if I have an easy way to bring up an image on the screen. Let me go ahead and just do a quick thing here. So there was a PSPlus outage the other day that resolved itself this morning, and Infamous was still at work when it got resolved. So we were joking that it was fixed for everybody else except for him. So I put this together. Some services are experiencing issues. Account management. F you, George. PlayStation Video. So, yeah. Every once in a while, I'm inspired to do shit like that, and it's a lot of fun. That's Infamous's real life name. You know, to me, I could see that the font was slightly different. It was aliased, and it should not have been. Um, but that's my artistic eye on it, and I also knew that I had edited it, so I saw that a little bit more. But yeah. So let's go ahead and flip over to the PS5 really quick. Couple of things I want to talk about. So we have this new welcome screen that rolled out with the last firmware update. And this is really cool. So first off, you can set your own backgrounds. The one that I have here is a screenshot I took from Wild Arms 2, I think it was. 1 or 2. Um, you get a nice little pill here that shows you if stuff is downloading or uploading. So you can see that it's paused right now. Quick glance at the battery life on the DualSense. You can take a look at the storage capacity, and if you hit the options button, you can choose which storage to look at. And if you hit the square button, that takes you right to the storage settings. Got your trophies, online friends, friend activity, recent messages, media gallery, and then I just shoved like the news stuff over here. You can change the size of each of these panels. You can move them around. It's really kind of cool. It makes this opening screen a lot more useful. So yeah, definitely a step up. They didn't explain what caused the outage, but considering that the announcement of the PSN recovery and the clearing up of that advertisement glitch were basically at the same time, I wonder if that might have been part of it. But it also usually I would have thought that they would say it if it was a planned outage rather than just, all of a sudden bang, it's gone. So it may have been an unintended side effect of their fix. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started and see what bit of WWE 2K24 I can play without having downloaded the entire 90 gigabyte file. Don't try this at home, school, or anywhere. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Uh, I don't know if it has anything to do with the outage, but with the ads thing, someone from Sony said, yeah, that was a mistake. And more recently, they've announced that they got it fixed. So, yeah, I'm sure they are. Usually, in cases like this, they'll give you like a preset arena, a couple of characters to work with, and just, you can noodle around and get a feel for the game. Wait, what? The end user license agreement has been replaced by our terms of service and no longer applies. Okay. I guess that's the first time I've ever completely read an EULA. There we go. They really do need to come up with a better way of doing some stuff like this. Because no one reads it. Or very few people do. And at that point, it's kind of worthless as a notification. It's just flat out. Yeah, sure. I'm probably going to be using your service for about 20 minutes. Okay. One sec here. I am going to go back to camera focus for a moment. See if I can just log in from my phone here. Yeah, I know my account is already, or my PlayStation account is already linked up. Continue. I know I've got a 2K account. Okay. Now we should be good. Actions. Okay. Link to existing account. They're still going to make me type it all in. Well, why the hell have it linked? If they're going to make me log in again... Yeah, basically, Zordon. I just hate not doing it, even though I'm probably only going to play this for like 20 minutes. You haven't missed any games yet. Oh, you missed Siren. I'm working on WWE 2K24 right now. Let's see here. Oh, goody. My password was randomly generated, so that's going to be fun to type in. Wrestling. Yep. I do not have it completely downloaded because it was 90 gigabytes and I've got shitty internet. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to have access to tonight. Okay. I know a 2K account already exists with that email address. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, what the hell ever. No, that was not the password. I'm not going to tell you what the password was, but I can safely tell you that that was not the password. Okay. So, what do we have access to? Asuka. She's like the definition of scare roused. Interesting that they've got a selection of women and men in like this slimmed down, uh, you know, snapshot of what you can play without having it fully downloaded. I'm just gonna go random. Okay. And random. Okay. Tried random again and it went right to Rhea Ripley. I have some doubts about the RNG on this. Is it just me or does that sound muffled? Okay. Against a grounded opponent, press R down to pin them, which is what I'm doing. In most match types, you can only pin your opponent inside the ring. While getting pinned, you can kick out with R up or X. Okay, gotcha. I'm a button masher, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm no good at this kind of game. Oh, that was pretty impressive. Nope, no luck. Yeah, I kind of got that. I'm trying. Gonna ring out on me? Interesting. Her fishnet's torn a little bit. Try again. You can get up anytime. I want to know why my character is so you know she was in such rough shape when her health bar was higher earlier. Now it's not. I don't know how you recover. Guess holding down the R1 button is doing the trick. Trying to get up. Hey, she was still stunned. What the heck? Okay. Hold X and release it. Okay. It's a little bit of lag on getting the green there. Stay down. There we go. Well, didn't think I was actually going to win. Yeah. Stop, stop. She's already dead. Very good, huh? Okay. Okay, cool. Well, that's more than enough for me to get a taste of it. And it looks like it started downloading again in the background. Stop that. Okay. So next up, we're gonna go with Dead Space here. I've never really been that big of a fan of this series. I can't say I've ever really actually played it. I just don't get a lot of get a lot out of horror. Okay. But I mean, this game has been around for 15 years or so. So I'm well familiar with the concept. Oh, hey, they're gonna make me. They're gonna let me accept it without scrolling through the whole thing. Because I mean, either way, I'm probably not going to have read it. Electronic Arts. Okay, menu narration. No, thank you. Subtitles on. Thank you. Difficulty. Story. I'm not proud. I'd probably care a little bit more if I was actually intending to play. I'd probably go at least for easy. Performance mode, good. This is going to be the second to last plus dive on this PS5. I ordered, I pre-ordered the PS5 Pro, and unfortunately, it's going to be arriving after November's plus dive. But December's will have the we'll be playing on the Pro. Interesting that they've got pixels and a floating screen. Oh, you're not getting sound. Hold on. How long have you not been getting sound, you guys? You haven't been telling me.
There.
There we go.
Confirming visual contact with USG Ishimura.
What a beauty. Biggest planet cracker in her class, you know.
I mean, I hadn't missed much.
Why is it so dark? We should be able to see her running lights.
Yeah. I'll get us into hailing range. Someone's got to be waiting up for us.
Just be careful on the approach. I'm not taking any chances with the CEC's pride and joy.
No chances, huh? Is that why you were digging into my personnel files before we left?
You check your file access?
I'm a computer analyst. Comes with the job.
I ran standard CEC background checks, Miss Daniels. If you want to work in the big leagues, you have to play ball.
Sir, we're in hailing range. USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kelly, responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura. Ishimura, do you copy? Come in. This is the USG Kelly.
You ever hear of a full communications black on one of these things?
Never. Come on. Someone pick up the damn phone.
The hell is that?
Sounds like their communication array is busted. Maybe a broken encoder. Daniels and I can handle it in 48 hours, max.
Hey, that gives you plenty of time to catch up with Nicole.
Yeah, I hope so.
Jen, Johnston, take us in.
Gravity tethers engaged. Automated docking. Here's a go.
I'm losing control.
Fuck! We're off course!
Daniel!
He said a bad word.
Shit, we're coming in too hot. It's gonna smash us into the hull. Jen, aim for that emergency stabilizer. There, the blue light. It might slow us down. Got it.
Drop the flash shield. Everyone brace yourself.
I like how the blast shields look kind of like the helmet that Isaac wears. That kind of layered metallic look.
Everyone okay?
I'm good.
I'll live. For Johnston, alright?
It's my ankle. Might be broken.
Shit. But better than a broken neck. Or worse. Good call on the stabilizer, Isaac.
Gotta always read the manual.
What the fuck's going on with flight control? That guidance system's a death trap.
Better add it to your repair list. Jen, what's our damage?
Comms are down. We lost a port booster. Got a fire in one of the stabilizers and... Singularity core's a mess.
Singularity Core? They're Romulan?
Let's get some help. Johnston, stay with the Kellyan. We'll send a medic. Everyone else, with me.
Crap, we came down hard.
I don't like the acceleration on the looking around, although it might end up saving my ass in the future. Other side, I guess? There we go. Kind of weird that the first thing I picked up is my own bio. Like Isaac wouldn't know that. Unitology. Is that the worship of my unit? Okay, can't move any faster than this. Welcome back, Infamous. I have sound now. I don't know how long it was off, but... Sound on the video capture wasn't on.
May as well get signed in.
Yeah. Especially since I had to, like, get a whole bunch of stuff set back up after
Come sink your rig.
having it torn down for vacation.
Welcome, Isaac Clarke, to the USG Ishimura. Rig synced. Collect kinesis and stasis modules from Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple. Location? Error.
Unknown.
Employee not found.
I can't reach security.
Same for the chief engineer. What is wrong with their comms?
I was having drops earlier too because the download for WWE 2K24 started picking up again, which I shouldn't have to worry about that, but
Where's the security detail? Where's anybody?
I need to revamp my home network a little bit too.
For God's sake. That security console's still working. Isaac, get a damage report. I'm done playing around.
Well, that's handy. Is this the console I'm supposed to do? No. Ah, here it is.
Oh god, that smell.
What have you got, Isaac?
Shit. It's not just comms or the guidance system. Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the trams.
Could do that kind of damage to a planet cracker.
Okay, got us some power. Ventilation's up. Power to the elevator should be...
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Another
That's
malfunction?
not good.
The quarantine systems are all fine.
Oh, wait. Did you hear that?
I don't know if it makes me feel any better to know that the quarantine systems are working fine right now. I think I'd rather that they'd be in error. Yeah, see, that's why. I mean, it's not like I can actually do anything right now. Oh, there we go. Now I can run. They weren't letting me do it earlier. Working on it. Where am I supposed to go? Ah, okay, here we go. And I'm going to stand back from the door because of that kind of stuff. Hey, cool. Doors are stronger than necromorphs. Got it. Ah, jeez, look at that. My shiny new rig is all dirty. I need to find the rest of me. Oh, that's fun. Subtle. All right, so where's this crying crew member? Okay, so that. Okay. I'm not going to fire quite yet. That's locked. Will this do anything? Unlocked! Wish I had a flashlight of some sort. On the PS3 and Xbox 360, the doors were basically little load screens. Each of these rooms would load in as you opened a door. So now they can do that a lot faster.
They're everywhere. Shit, is he,
He's gone. Nothing I can do.
Oh, hey. They're
What
right
the fuck
there.
are these things?
the ones I saw? Some of them were wearing Ishimura uniforms.
They're the crew? How the hell can they be the crew? Look at them.
We need to get to the bridge. There's 1,000 people on board. Someone will be there.
We can't. The tram system's wrecked. Everything's locked down because of the quarantine.
And you're both repair techs. So how do we do this?
It's kind of weird having two views on what's going on. I kind of like that.
I can't lift the lockdown or call the tram until we get a spare from the maintenance bay. But it's all on Isaac's side of the quarantine.
I'll handle it. Just make sure there's power to the repair systems.
And Isaac,
Yeah?
I'm sure Nicole's okay. She's a doctor, right? She'll do the smart thing.
Yeah. Yeah, she always does. Find somewhere safe. I'll be back soon.
Get the tram running. Missed me. Okay, so I need security clearance. Well, he's not using it anymore. Okay. Oh, that sucks. I actually just looked for the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Steelbook the other day and still didn't find any good deals on it. Oh, I get a flashlight when I aim. Okay. I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I found something inside the vents. Hey, at least I don't have to worry about accidentally picking up a piece of shit in this game. Raid the lockers. And take your cash. Okay, that's locked, but that appears to be a chest I can open, maybe? Used one shot, get 6 back. That's a deal.
Isaac, don't bother shooting those fuckers in the head. Doesn't even slow them down.
Okay. The only way is hacking them apart. Those arms, their legs.
Does that even kill them? Or do they just stop moving?
Message retrieved.
Vents into engineering. You got a stasis module handy? We need one in tram maintenance stat. The autoloader's fried. I got a damaged tram car on the tracks, and if the whole system's gridlocked, guess who they're calling?
Temple here, sending a stasis module now. What happened to the autoloader?
No idea. A lot of shit's been breaking down. I keep hearing things. Down in the gears where no one could be. You know?
I know.
Repair systems online. Loading system reinitialized. Warning. Autoloader malfunction. Please contact a repair technician.
I am the repair technician. Manually attach claws to initiate repairs. How do I do that? I have to go down here. Oh, okay.
Right loader claw disengaged.
All right, hold on. Oh, hi. No, you don't get to munch on me. Neither do you. I was focusing on something. Let me do my job. Nice.
Left loader claw engaged. Right loader claw disengaged.
Any luck moving that tram car?
The autoloader's
Not
busted,
quite.
but stasis should do the trick. Just gotta time it.
Great. But hurry. Okay? Sound carries down here.
Right loader claw engaged. Replacing damaged tram car.
Okay.
Please stand by.
Thought I heard something.
Tram replacement complete.
Good. All right.
You got it. The tram was jamming the whole system.
That's one down. You said a data board was fried too?
Inventory says there's a spare board in the maintenance bay. We can't run the trams without it.
Oh, they were locking me in here until I was done with the bit of chatter. Hi. Well, that's not fair. Okay, can't get into the flight control. Is this where I'm supposed to go? Yeah, okay. Wonder if these stasis recharge centers are like spaced farther apart in the higher difficulty levels too. I'm not lying when I say that I just don't get a lot out of horror. Any number of jump scares should have made me piss myself by this point. And I'm not saying, you know, oh man, I'm so macho, none of this shit scares me. It just... like I said, just isn't effective on me. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Ah, good. Save station. Let's use that. Kinda surprised I haven't gotten a trophy yet. Oh wait, I can probably just, yeah, stomp it open. Oops. Kick open the piñata. Candy comes out. Hey, that wasn't fair. Oh, that's what these red things are. The equivalent of explosive barrels. Hold on for a second. Just need to reload. All right. I think that's more blood than he actually had in him there. Okay. Oh, what's in this room, huh? Okay. How do I get in here? There's no power. Okay, follow the power line then. No, that's not it. This is where I came in. Oh, okay. I mean, it only makes sense. Game likes to jump scare you at elevators. Not gonna take any chances. Hey, there's a trophy. Maybe I should do the same to this dude too. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we've got a way to open that door upstairs. Let's go over here first. Well, I guess I need the elevator more than I need the lights. So I have to get back upstairs. And as far as I'm aware, there aren't any ladders I can use. I mean, you just finished one, so there's that. Dude, that zombie was loaded. 400 credits? Okay, where... Ah, here we go. No. That's back to the cargo and baggage hall. Okay, fine. I know where I am from there, at least. Kind of. Oh yeah, that's right, I've got this radar thing. But if I hadn't gotten lost, I wouldn't have found those credits. Yeah, here we go. This is the room I needed. So it's kind of funny. I mean, I get, you know, this and Doki Doki Literature Club for October. But I mean, WWE 2024 just has scary looking people in it. It's not actually scary. Just had a thought of like, no kidding. I think I might keep it because just so part of the reason I paid for premium was an ad that was not a political ad that I couldn't stand. It was for Culligan. And before you had a chance to skip it, you would hear two people swallowing loudly. Oh God, that was awful. Let's see here. How much do I have to work with? You just have one node. Okay. Not really having much of a problem with anything yet. At least not on the suit side of things. I would like to improve my rate of fire, to be honest. That's the only thing I was thinking would be nice. So we'll just add damage. Okay, did I get the thing? Install the data board. Okay. We'll install the data board and then we'll end this. Haha! Nuke it from orbit. Yeah, the political ads, I'm definitely glad I got rid of those too, but it was that Culligan one that really drove me over the top. Okay, Okay, so that's going down. And then up to here. Is this the right way I have to go? No, it is not, but there's stuff. Now that was just rude. Ooh, a node.
Data board reinstalled. System restart complete. Maintenance complete. Calling tram.
It's clear.
Now arriving at flight deck tram control.
See you guys. Have fun storming the castle.
Get the roof, but it seems operational.
Quarantine lockdown's lifted, so you can get to the hangar. Comms are still down though, so be ready for anything.
What's the plan?
You and Johnston fix up the Kellyan. We report to the bridge. Standard emergency protocol.
What? Protocol? Hammond, people are dying here.
And I'm not losing anyone else. We stick to procedure. We'll get through this.
I'm sure.
We'll see.
Okay, is there a save thing around here? Because, I mean, I don't really intend to play this too much more, but I'd hate to lose the progress I've already made. There it is. Knew there had to be a one around here somewhere. Alright. Got that. So, one thing I'd like to point out. Let's see. How do you need to sort this? Or did they change it? So, if I remember correctly, there was a thing about the trophies spelling out something like Nicole is dead, but I think they might have changed that with the remaster. Okay, so next up. Everybody knows about this at this point. I don't know if I'm going to get to the good stuff before I run out of... before I need to switch to the last game, but we'll try. Gotta say, I enjoy Doki Doki Universe more than Doki Doki Literature Club, but that's just me. I actually wonder kind of how they manage some of the metagame stuff with this. Yeah, somehow I doubt that all of the characters are supposed to be over 18. Yeah. No, they're not kidding. I watched the first time I watched a the first time I watched a playthrough of this was Pro Jared, and he literally had to stop and collect himself because it cut a little too close to home at some points. Yeah, I know. I am not going to put my actual name in there because that sounds like it would be... Nope, that's not what I did. There's a lot of stuff in the autocomplete there from my recent playthroughs of Stellaris. Anshile and the Archons. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were kids. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she'd oversleep more and more frequently, and I'd get tired of waiting up. Oh, there's first warning sign. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Anakiv. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. Jeez. I'm an asshole. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Anakev, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. Haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you'd join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years just because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? That you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie! Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the only one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Yay, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. My member's been around for at least 18 years. Glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Anikev, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the only one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Anikev. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we're in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at least so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Anikev. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh, cute. I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Ah, well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Bite with the ear, you get the taste of the chocolate. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Baka. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for, you, dummy. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I do not enjoy tea. I have tried a number of times, and I just can't get into it. I even tried mixing some mint tea in with hot chocolate, and I just still didn't work for me. Or rather, I dipped a mint tea bag into some hot chocolate. And yeah. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... It's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You'd probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. But I'm surprised there aren't many more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. It's kind of funny that we're having this conversation when earlier on today I was seriously actually considering putting together a retro computing and gaming display at the local library, having been inspired by a video from 8-Bit Show and Tell talking about the computer club that he started up in the Thunder Bay area. I don't know if I'd want to start a club, but, just having, a one-day display might be kind of interesting. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Anikev, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. That's kind of my thing, too. I'm going through the Dune series for like the millionth time. And I just recently finished a lot of most of the Ringworld series. I got into Larry Niven's the State series, and I'm a big fan of Star Trek. All of that is large, complex worlds. Just sci-fi rather than fantasy. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I first walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? There are some books like that are really good. Some games, too. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to on a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. That's kind of why I liked stuff like Silent Hill, where it's more of a psychological horror than jump scare, gross out type of horror. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Oh, that's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. I've actually submitted poetry to an anthology before. Okay, there's a deeper thing to this. It actually does kind of turn into a psychological horror. It is very much a, leads you down the path of thinking that it's just, some sort of silly little dating simulator. And then it gets really bizarre and disturbing. There's a reason why there were so many content warnings at the beginning of this. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. let's all go home and write a poem of our own. That said, I'm not really keen on any of these 3 games either. I'm much more looking forward to the PS Plus extra game that I chose from September. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Anikev? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club! Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, sorry, I thought. Huh. Anikev, you all... If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided. Hoes before pros. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yay, I'm so happy! Sayori, right? Wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. That makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Anikev, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Anikev, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, we never walk home together anymore because she always has stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, sing, variance, atone, whisper, starscape, desire, universe, breathe. Pick 20 different. Yeah, I can't do. I could do boop. That'll be interesting to see how that weaves into everything else I've already chosen. Ocean. Music. Ambient. I'm not picking Doki Doki. Peaceful. Melody. Uncanny. Judgment. I'm always a fan of rain clouds. Entropy's a good word to work into a poem. Precious. Now I'm kind of curious to see what the poem actually ends up being. Hi again, Anakiv. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Anakiv. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. It's called hentai, and it's art. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Anakiv always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? You might be a little jealous. How come? You and Anakiv can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess it means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, and I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Over here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. We could, discuss it if you wanted. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. but I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. Something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Anakev? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri isn't into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly when you thought you related the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It is a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, it's just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... She's Canadian, isn't she? I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, and Yuri lets it slide under her thumb as it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. But Anakiv, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean that in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that kind of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone, cock block! I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer that I only read it with you? Guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. All right. I stand up, I make a mental note where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Well, Yuri was jumping the most there as I was composing it, so let's go with her. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poems, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. I was actually kind of hoping that it would generate a poem from the prompts? Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Oh, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Huh. Interesting. I just had a message marked as likely harasser restricted. That's fun. Yeah, so that didn't even pop up. Neat. So, let's go ahead and just ban real quick. Okay. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. End result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. Must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. Light flickers. I flicker back. I liked that last bit. You don't have terrible handwriting. Wasn't thinking that at all. Yes, Oki Literature Club. No, there's a distinct lack of cats that are not cupcakes in this game. Hi there, Nimbax. I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Anikev. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last moments, her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Anikev. Me too. Okay. I am not going to show it to... Well, okay, fine. I was hoping I could save here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. That's enough of that. I was kind of hoping, like I said, that it would actually generate a poem, but yeah, so again, this, you know how in music you'll be going along and then you'll have a breakdown and the music completely changes? That's what this game does. Do not be fooled. If you've never heard of this game before, do not be fooled by this. This gets really dark really fast. If you are, like the alerts said at the beginning of the game, if you are easily disturbed, do not play this game. It is not just a cute little dating sim. That said, if you are into psychological horror and, you know, occasionally disturbing imagery, go for it. You might enjoy it. So that's it for that. The last thing we're going to check out is a game that was not only just added to PS Plus, but it was a day one release on PS Plus. Paw Patrol the movie. No, I'm just kidding. Where is it? There it is. The Plucky Squire. I had my sister play this when I was visiting her last week because I knew this would be right up her alley, and I was right. She actually managed to finish the game, or almost finish the game. She got to the final boss but ran out of time. And I watched her play most of it. So I kind of know what to expect. I'm going to go with story mode here. And this book reads itself for the most part. Although there are characters I have to read for.
Once upon a time, there was a plucky squire named Jot. Jot lived in the land of Mojo, a land of creativity. Mojo was ruled by the gentle queen Chroma. He defended the land from the nefarious sorcerer, Humgrubber, which everyone very much appreciated. Good lad. Well done.
Cracking!
Jot was also a writer, and would transcribe his many adventures in book form. These tales were avidly read by all the people of the land.
Was Tropico added last week? Or last month? I actually have played Tropico on this stream because it's been a PS Plus freebie before. I think it was Tropico 5.
And pluckily leapt from his bed. From afar, he could hear some rather exciting music. He got dressed and went to investigate. Chapter 1. Some serious beeswax.
Gotta look everywhere here.
This was the house of the good wizard Moonbeard, Jod's close friend and mentor. Ah, Jot, my lad. He explained. I'm on a roll here, traveling to new musical realms. Since you're here, lad, I have a small favor to ask. Wax. I need more wax, lad. To press more records, you know. Would you go to Honey Peak and get some wax from Benny B? Pip,
That made some of my nieces laugh because my second to youngest nephew is named Benny. A mini quest! Woo-ha! You take care of the goblins and I'll have the wax back here for you. Oh yeah, there'll be goblins. No sweat for you though, right, Jot? Okay. To Tome Tower. Okay, I don't think we need to go that way yet. I hope we can get to the breakdown on this one.
Honey Peak.
Honey, don't peek. I'm taking a shower. Okay, I know that that's just telling me how to jump. Plucky Squire leapt nimbuously onwards.
Now this looked really quite precarious.
Okay, so I want to point out some good level design here. Your first major jump, if you fail, you just fall down here, and you can try again. Your first jump onto a falling platform, if you fail to jump off in time, you're still safe. They don't need to explain it. You can learn perfectly safely with your first encounter. Coughing! Ah, the top of Honey Peak. The view is incredible. Now that right there is a massive owl. That's Tome Tower, that is. Just look at that fine peak. Whoa, that's a honey badger eating Benny B's honey. Be on your toes, Jot. A hungry honey badger can be really cranky. I bet it doesn't give a shit. Oh, heck, here we go.
The honey badger seemed rather annoyed.
Right.
Jot prepared for a
Buff Jot. So, yeah, basically Punch Out. Ah. Body blow, body blow.
The beast was bested. The plucky squire triumphant.
Ah, back in the hive. Feels good. Yo, many thanks, Jot. You did me a solid. That honey badger was really messing with my beeswax. Anyhow, gang, what brings you here? Moonbeard sent us, Benny. He could really do with some of that beeswax if you have some to spare. For sure, Pip, my man, I owe you guys. Here you go. Straight from my ass. Compliments to the whiz. Oh, what's going on? Oh, what's with all this ominous darkness? Who's playing that sustained tension hook in here?
Down they fell. It was time to confer with Moonbeard.
Yeah, it's Hump Grump, all right. Always up to treacherous trickery, that one. There's something rather odd about the magic he used, and this is not usually how the story goes, you know. That is to say, forget about that. This is a job for the plucky Squire Jot. Hump Grump is at Tome Tower. Head there and make sure that creepy little twerp doesn't cause any more bother. Hello?
It was Violet.
It was Violet.
Violet was a trainee witch with a love of art. And Jot's childhood friend.
Hey, Jot. We've got another Hump Grump situation, huh? Moonbeard gave me the skinny. Weasley Wizards at Tome Tower. You kids head over there, and Jot, put a stop to Hump Grump's malarkey. I'll look into that strange green magic. And have a donut, but that's by the by. Later. Goodbye and good luck. Although you never really need it, Jot. No lie, I'm pumped that I'm gonna get to see the plucky Squire in action. Kapow! Lead the way, Jot! Just let me, clear that up. Thanks. And so the plucky Squire set off to Tome Tower. A spring in his step. No springs. A gleam in his plucky eye. The joy of art. The little light bulbs are basically the currency of this game. What the? Nope. Didn't. There we go. It's kind of funny. There was an interview with the makers of this game who said that they really wanted to get this done as quickly as possible because they were surprised no one else had had this idea. Nice. You always have a way with words, Jot. The placing the words thing, that's very scribble knots, but there's more to this game. Hi, Martina. And I slash prices. Okay, I want that sword throw badge, but I know that each one of these has a unique art scroll too. Maybe I can get 6 more and come back? Oi! Okay, got enough, but I'm going to clear this area first. That's a glitch bird. Cute little glitch bird. You found a lost glitch bird. It will return to its homeland. Now there is another fine beak. Okay. So you can just throw it and it'll usually come right back, but if it hits something, it'll stick there. And then you press R2 again to retrieve it. Do I have to do everything here? Yep, I guess so. I don't know what that goblin was doing to your water bottle there, Mini Beard, but good going. If you want to keep training, check out the board. Otherwise, leave via the exit at the bottom of the page. Okay. Continue along. Well, there it is. That mysterious ancient owl. All the knowledge of Mojo is supposed to be stored in there, you know. Oh, not sure the ground should be doing this. Crack!
Oh, bother.
Thanks, Pooh Bear.
Chapter 2, Tome Tower. Our heroes hung on to the cliff's edge by their fingernails, when suddenly they were grabbed and hoisted up. By whom? By Thrash. Thrash was a mountain troll, and Jot and Violet's childhood friend. The trio had not been together for quite a while, and so were very happy to be reunited.
Thrash! Oh boy, you really saved our skins. Are we happy to see you? Triple trouble together again. I'm just stoked I could find you dudes. After all this craziness kicked off, I checked in with Moonbeard. He told me you were both heading to Tome Tower. I figured I'd help you on your way. The path is wrecked, huh? Well, there's more than one route to Tome Tower. Let's get down to the ground. Oh, so it's okay if we jump, but not okay if we fall. This is really quite high, isn't it? Well, if anyone can lead the way down, it's Thrash. Let's do this. I love that they tilt the book on its side. Oh, jeez. I lucked out there. I'm not going to pretend that those were clever jumps. Or dodges. And here was Thrash, waiting on the ground, cool as a cucumber. Nice climbing, dude. You both got down that cliffside with bangin' style. You had a good rhythm going there, dudes. You think? You know, I did feel rather graceful, sort of like a hopping mountain rabbit. Well, now we're down on the ground. Best get on to Tome Tower. Lead the way, plucky squire. Get lots of cash. Look at those bouncing boulders. They're just vanishing into thin air. Majorly weird. And notice that they're popping out of the book and continuing to tumble. That's so cool. A bull! It looks angry. Good job none of us is wearing red. Phew! Jot's wearing red. Is it red? I suppose it is kind of a red. More of a crimson than a scarlet. I don't think bulls are that picky. No, Violet's just colorblind. Colorblind painter. I'm sure it's happened. Hold up. Is that Moonbeard? He looks much more petite than usual. Oh, that's not Moonbeard Thrash. That's Minibeard. He's like a tiny version of Moonbeard. Usually you'll find him at Moonbeard's house helping him out. Today it looks like he's out and about. Hey, Minibeard, what's cooking? Yo. You'll need a key if you want to be journeying onward. If you walk to the right here, you just might find one. Free advice from old Minibeard. Thanks, Minibeard. Alpha fellow. You know, if you're stuck on something and Minibeard's around, always pays to ask him. He's full of answers. That's basically the hint system of this game. You're stuck on something and Minibeard's around, then you can talk to Minibeard and he'll give you a hint. Makes it optional and accessible all at the same time, which is kind of cool. Oops. Beep-a-doop-beep. I can't swing my sword while I'm carrying the key. You got the key. I knew you'd do it. Thanks, Mini Beard Dude. Hi, greetings, Travelers 3. My name is Topsy. Hey, Topsy. I see you're on a quest of some kind. You know, Topsy may be able to help you. There's something you could perhaps assist me with first. Namely, my tummy. It is empty. I left my biscuits around here somewhere, you see. And the landscape, it seems to have changed somewhat, which has resulted in those biscuits becoming lost. Cats shouldn't be parted from their biscuits. We'll find them for you, Topsy. Oh, that would be extraordinarily helpful. Little advice? There's a word in that sentence just there. That might be the key to all these landscape shifting antics. You might identify which word is causing all the mischief by giving it a good whack. Yeah, we've already done that. Okay. So there's the word ruin. But I want to move the biscuits first. Clear these guys out. There we go. Jot found Topsy's biscuits. Like I said, I watched my sister play this, so I've kind of got some foreknowledge of how this stuff works. Oops. That up, swap. And for more perspective, my biscuits! How have I dreamed of this moment? Travelers, you have my sincerest thanks. The prospect of this snack brings a smile to my face. He was upside down the whole time. This land is full of puzzles and trickery. Always remember, things are sometimes not what they seem. When you get stuck, try to see things from a different angle. Good luck, biscuit saviors. I was kind of wishing that there was a trophy called Biscuit Saviors. Just seems like a good trophy name. Okay. I was going to be really upset if what I needed added up to 100. But we're going to grab the art scroll. And we'll take a damage upgrade. We can get the other badges later. Those aren't unique to each specific Martina location.
Our trio stopped in their tracks. There, on the horizon, loomed Tone Tower.
Whoa, it got dark around here pretty fast. There's some magic afoot. Everything feels kind of fizzy. Whoa. Booming bolts. Very metal. Ow. Aha! You found a second lost glitch bird. It will return to its home with joy in its little heart. Wow, it's taking 2 hits after a damage upgrade? Glad I upgraded. Ow. Stop it. Hello, young adventurers. Are you on your way to Tome Tower? Yup, that's where we're heading. Best beware. A dark wizard occupies the tower. His magic is causing pandemonium. I mean, look at this lovely bridge, unmitigatedly obliterated. Oh yeah, wrecked. Is there another way across the waters? Might be down here. Cave entrance. Promising, promising. Man, real gloomy. Dig the acoustics, though. Lead on, Job, my dude. Your plucky glow will light the way. Oops. Here we go. Jot explored the impassable cave. Impossible to pass. Impassable. I don't even remember what game that line was from. Whoops. It feels like it was Return to Zork. Would you look at that? We crossed the river. On we go. Do we have enough for anything? Probably just the scroll. Yeah. Kind of feel like this would be an attainable game to try to get a platinum. Whoa there. All these books. Really eerie. Pretty cool visual, though. Okay. Oh, now you're coming after me. Big blocks of books. Just heaving, turgid, proudly jutting piles of books. Okay, I'm actually kind of glad that they didn't make me, like, pick up the key and then have to put it back down again before I fought those mobs. They just didn't have me pick it up. Oh, I need that there. I thought I'd need it for behind the books. Oh, I don't need to talk to Minibeard. Wow, wow. These books had been purposely scattered. And then let's stack the pages. Oh, I had to do that anyway. There are some parts to this where you can put the words together in weird ways that are not necessary, but still hilarious. Okay, that's a bit creepy. Yeah, just a bit. So, this is where it all kicks off. Historical location and no mistake. Huh? Well, hello and goodbye, I guess. No idea who that was. So much oddness around these parts. Anyway, here we are, Tome Tower. Looks like Humgrump is still up on the roof. It's time for the plucky squire to go take care of that creep. We'll stay down here, dude. We don't want to cramp your style. This is one of those dramatic hero kind of moments, you know. During your big showdown, you don't want us two dorks mooching around. No, we'll mooch down here instead, but we'll still be cheering you on all the way. Mooching and cheering Jot, that's more our style. Go get that chump.
Jot made his way up the steep steps.
Ah, the plucky squire. I've been waiting for you. So glad you made it to Tome Tower. You might be wondering what Humgrump is doing here. Well, I had a hunch, Grump, I might find something interesting in this old tower. And something interesting I did indeed find. A book! It was hidden away in a very secret chamber, because this is a very special book. The title of this very special book is The Plucky Squire. Yes, that's right. This book is all about you and me and all who live in this dratted land. It is the story of our lives. It turns out, you see, that our land of Mojo is just a setting in a storybook. Hard to believe, I assure you, it's true. What I'm holding here is a copy of that storybook. A book within the book, if you will. I read the book. It's very interesting. You and that witch girl adventuring through the land, meeting up with the mountain troll, making her way here to meet me. In fact, I read ahead to this very chapter. I've seen what happens next. We fight here on the roof. Any guesses how that turns out?
And so, the Pluggy Squire once again defeated the wretched wizard Humgrum.
You win, as you always do. You know, this book is one of a series, and in each of those books you win. Every single stinking time! Because you are the plucky squire, the hero of the story, the boy who can do no wrong, always victorious, even the little stories you write, beloved by all, infuriating, like a mosquito in my cardigan. Yes, that is an adequate metaphor. Me, I'm the villain, the talentless wizard who can do no right, destined to be beaten forever. At least, that's how it's been up until now. But maybe it doesn't have to be that way. Maybe even Humgrum could get a little glory for once if the plucky squire were to be plucked from the book. If he were to be ejected. Yeah. So, we got kicked out of the book. That is named after him. Now we're running on the desk. I do not have a sword. I can at least still jump. I'm not making tracks, like painted tracks. That's a shame. I have a lunchbox. Oh, hello? Is there someone out there? Would you be so kind as to open the lid of this lunchbox? Yeah, I'd love to. Just... There we go. Do you remember me, Jot? We met in your book. I'm not actually from there, you know. Us bookworms travel around a fair bit, from book to book. But you, Jot, are a character from a book, and shouldn't really be out here. It's Humgrump's magic that blasted you out of the page and onto this desk, isn't it? We'll have to get you back into your book, Jot. It's of utmost paramountcy. In other words, very important. You know, there are some intriguing items on this desk. Some of them might help you return. Head around the corner to the left and we'll try to find one. Grapes. Hello there again. Do you see that magical swirly green thing? That's a meta-magic portal, that is. It seems to allow travel between different worlds. Most characters can't travel through these portals or pass between realms. But Jot, you've already made that leap once. Maybe you could do it again. Try jumping through the portal, young squire. Remarkable! Some of that meta-magic must have rubbed off on you, Jot. Like me, it seems you now have the power to leap between worlds. Now, this world here is a sketch that was drawn by the occupant of this room. And the owner of your storybook, Jot, a young boy named Sam, is a very creative child. You'll find his sketches all over this desk. Since you can jump into them, maybe you can use them to get around. I love how the grape still looks photoreal. Oh, so hungry. That food item you have? Not really into it, honestly. Okay. I knew he would want a carrot. But I had to see what he did with the grape. Delicious. Carrot boost, energy levels restored. Ah, am I in your way? Sorry about that. Here, let me scooch. Come on. Maybe I need to pull something over. Oh, yeah. Okay. Pop, pop. Good going, young squire. I believe that the item that can help you get back to your world is further ahead. But listen, on your way, you may run into creepy crawly chiroptera. Beetles! Sam likes to keep them as pets, you see? Beware, Jot. Don't get eaten. Simply wouldn't do. Yeah, well, I don't exactly have my sword anymore. Ah, stealth. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I need to knock those over. Ah, here we go. Oops. Guess I need that die yet. Whoops. Ah, crap. Dang it. What is he made of, anyway? I mean, when he jumped out, was he still made of meat? Or, I mean... Little bit of a spoiler, but a character does... another character gets ejected from the book later and talks about how he was ejected into a paper towel roll and that soaked up his ink. Haha! Screw you. Jot! You made it! My fears have been allayed. It seems that nothing can hinder the plucky squire. On that very note, while you're here, there's something you must really observe. These sketches of you? Quite a remarkable likeness, I must attest. The person who drew all this is called Sam. He's the boy who lives in this room, and he's the owner of your storybook. As you might be able to tell, he's very fond of you and your adventures. I'm glad that you got to see this, Jot, to see how much you mean to him. But there's no time to dwell on that. Your quest to re-enter the book is near its pinnacle. The item you need is just beyond this sketchbook. Press on! Yeah. I would have figured that out. Ah. Couldn't cheese it. I know it's getting close to 11 o'clock. I'm just going to finish this part of the game, and then we'll check in on Armengard and find someone to raid. Just go a couple minutes over tonight. Whoops. Tried to go a little bit too much. Okay, just need to get up there. And go, 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 go. Ha 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 ha. Suck it, beetle. Pick this up again just to be on the safe side. Whoops. Okay, usually I use the D-pad for stuff like this, but I can't. I can only use the analog stick. Jock got the turn gauntlets. Now he has the power to manipulate his storybook. You got the gauntlets! Exceptional procurement. Head back to your book post-haste. I think you'll find that the gauntlets will help you return home. One last thing before you leave this table jot. It is very important. Beware of Humgrump. He wishes to take over your book. You have to stop that from happening. Not just for the sake of the citizens of your book, but for all the children who will read and be inspired by your book. Sam is one of those children, Jot. You know us bookworms. We're able to glimpse the past, present, and even the future. I've seen that Sam will one day grow up to be a writer and illustrator himself. He'll create a series of very popular children's books with very lucrative merchandise tie-ins and brand integrations. Sam's books will go on to inspire many other children. That is, if he ever writes them. If Humgrump takes control of your book, the story will get worse. Books with bad stories get put away on the shelf. No one reads them anymore. Those books lose all their life and cease being an inspiration. Your book will no longer inspire Sam, and then who knows what path he'll take. Don't let that happen, Jot. Return now and stop Humgrump. Squiggle, get your shopping faster. Aw, I couldn't take the die with me. Job, my lad. Welcome back to Mojo. We have much to discuss.
Chapter 3. Moonbeard.
I seem to feature pretty prominently in this chapter. Better put my best foot forward then. Greetings, lad. Hey, Jot. Glad you're back here in one piece. I suppose you must have a great number of questions, lad. The answer to the first question is yes, I am aware how cool these sunglasses look. The answer to the second question is yes, our entire world is indeed a land inside a storybook. Bananas, huh? I've kept this knowledge a closely guarded secret for many a year. Somehow that greasy nincompoop Hungrump found out. Very regrettable. Now he knows the truth. Who knows what mischief he's planning? I have a hunch that big trouble is on the way. That just means, young squire, that we must be double the trouble. Follow me. I definitely want to get to a save point here because I definitely want to keep playing this game. First order of business, getting in and out of the book. See that green sparkly stuff over there? Yep, I'm familiar with it. Metamagic, that is, lets you break the fourth wall, which is another way of saying jump out of the book. Walk into the portal and try holding the triangle button. What's a triangle button? Not entirely sure, but you should press and hold it. Yeah, that's fine. Whoops. Okay. So yeah, Plucky Squire. Good stuff. I may even do that as one of next month's last trophy features. Speaking of which, starting Thursday and each Thursday this month, on my YouTube channel, there will be videos popping up of Last Trophy, where it shows the moment in 5 different games that when I got my Platinum Trophy. So keep an eye out for that. All right. Been a while, Armengard. What do you got for today? Today is October 1st, Glacier Day. Grandma was doing laundry by the riverside when blocks of ice drifted down one after another. The day was named Glacier Day in its memory. Okay, that was surprisingly short and straightforward. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go to Fortifier. He's playing Tomb Raider of some sort. I'm not sure which one. But it seems he enjoys Tomb Raider about as much as I do. Which is to say, not a lot. So, I will be back next Tuesday with Phantasy Star 4. We'll finally be getting started on that one. So I'm really looking forward to that. But thanks for stopping by tonight. Always appreciate it. Rest well when you do, and in the meantime, enjoy Fortifier.